welcome to another episode. So it was raining lately in the marina, and in between the rain showers we decided to explore the town a bit more of Agios Nikolaos. We fed the many stray cats. This one was really a weird looking cat. And we had some naughty ducks and geese who wanted to steal the food of the cat, which in the end they managed to do so. We also stayed quite a lot in our boat because we don't have a car anymore, so we stayed at the marina. And we had a look around our boat to see what needs to be done, which reminds me. So today I want to talk about something that I have been ignoring in my previous movies, which is our winter boat show list. So yes, we have a to-do list and I've written everything down in this little book here. And we are quite lucky this time because we don't have any major tasks. I think we have only one or two of them, but everything else is like nice to have or minor tasks. So yeah, I want to talk about it today, about what's happening aboard our burro regarding boat chores. Project number 1, our electric windlass, our major project of this season. It's been broken already since April, and Greg has been lifting and dropping the anchor in a manual way, which was okay, but we still want to have it fixed because you never know when you have to leave the anchorage in a hurry. You need to do it in a quick and easy way. So we have taken the windlass apart, we have cleaned everything. We noticed that some seals and bearings were broken, and we now have the replacement parts, which we are gonna install again, and hopefully it works. So fingers crossed. So this is how the bearing and our windlass looked like when we took it apart, and Greg cleaned it, so it looks much better now. We also have the replacement parts. This is the bearing, for example. And now the idea is to just install everything and then test it out to see how it works. To be continued. Project number 2 are our dinghy shops. So our dinghy is our little boat that takes us from our mother vessel to shore, and we want to keep it for as long as we can, so we want to protect it against any sun exposure. So therefore we have to make dinghy shops, and dinghy shops are a layer of textile that you put on top of it to just keep it protected and to avoid that the rubber gets destroyed. And let me take you outside for number 3, which is already done, and it's basically the Sikaflex underneath our wooden railing. So underneath this one and on the other side, and it looks like brand new now. Number 4 are the window covers that I remade. So they look a lot better now because previously there was tape here and it looked a bit messy. But it basically consists out of 3 layers. One is the car isolation, then in between is a layer you can't see, but it's a tablecloth plastic foil to keep it more sturdy. And then you have like some textile here so that it looks nice, and they basically keep our boat cool in summer and isolate in winter. And to be honest, they also look quite nice here. Now you see me, now you don't, because we have made a curtain in between our bedroom and our living room, just because we can, and it's so much cozier now. We have a lot of wood in our boat, and every now and then it's not protected anymore, so we need to revarnish it, and that's still something that I need to do. There are some spots that needs to be done, but once it's done, it's all clean again. And then we have some minor tasks left that need to be done, like insulating our refrigerator, because we noticed in summer that the temperature goes way up, which is not good. We also need to reinforce our bookshelf because we have a lot more books now, and I'm a bit afraid that it's gonna collapse one day. We also need to check our wind vane, which is our mechanical autopilot, because it's not working as it should. We also need to put a third reefing line in our mainsail, and also put some protective tape on it, because it now goes against the stays, and I'm a bit afraid that it will tear one day. And regarding the rigging and the stays, before we leave, we also need to check them to make sure they are still good to go, and we also need to do some engine maintenance. So we are going to the vet today because Nelly needs to have her rabies vaccination. It needs to be done at least 21 days before she flies. So today is the day. And we also need to make an appointment because apparently she needs to have like a health certificate. So a health check done 5 days before she flies. So that's something that we still need to plan. But today is the day for the rabies vaccination. And we're going to take her in her little carrier here by foot. Which is going to be interesting because Nelly really hates sitting in a carrier. Flying will also be a challenge, but yeah, it is what it is, and let's see. So we are back from the vet, and good news, Nelly doesn't need any rabies vaccination. The one she got in 2022 is still valid. So she also got her health check, so we don't need to go back to the vet end of January. So all is good, and she did really well. She was a bit stressed, but that's okay. Look who's happy and who got treats. And yeah, so that was Nelly's adventure at the vet. We survived. The whole afternoon she didn't want to come inside and just lay on the deck, but it didn't look like she was traumatized or anything. Alright, as you know, we are leaving end of January, which is within 2 months, and therefore I need to check what's still left in our food storage. So we still have a lot of canned food, dry food, which I think doesn't really expire. But I want to see if we really don't miss anything so that we don't come back and we have a not so nice surprise. So let's see what's in the food storage. Here we have all our canned food. Nelly's food is stored over there. And then there we have dry food. I'm going to check now what's still in there, and it's quite a lot to be honest, so I need to kind of sort it out and see what's going to expire. We always try to label our canned food to make it more easy for us to find what we are looking for. Now to give you some examples of what we have stored here. It's mainly canned food like canned fruit, beans, tomatoes. We also keep other things here like for example noodles, basically everything else that we can store in our dry food compartment. I'm not gonna show you everything in detail. I actually don't think there will be a lot of items that do expire before we leave. I'm anyway going to sort that one out today, and then I will show you how it looks like. Et voila, much better and nothing that will actually expire soon. Now on to the next one. Okay, so the next one, and the one that Nelly especially likes, is cat food storage. Nelly is already here. She knows exactly where I keep her food hidden from her. Okay, so what do we have in here? We have a bag of food for the stray cats. And then we have Nelly's food box in here. We have like our own first aid kit for Nelly with bandages and everything. Then here we have some cat treats. She really likes those juicy bites with crab. Let me give it to her. She's quite excited. Look at that cute little face. Let me give her another one and then keep the rest for later. So what else do we have here? We have some boxes with wet cat food, and here she has a lot more of them. We also have some plates to feed the stray cat some wet food. And then here we have Nelly's grooming stuff. And a leash, some pet wipes, so basically everything cat related. I'm going to give Nelly some food before I close this one. And that's basically Nelly's cat food storage. Okay, let's put everything back. And this is where we store our dry food like pasta, rice, dry beans. I made one box with some breakfast stuff. We also have quite a lot of energy bars which we like to bring with us when we go for a hike. And this is the baking supply box. Yeast, flour, all that goes in here. In this box you can find pasta, rice, oatmeal. I reuse the boxes from Pit and Pit to store those things in there. What's left are some smaller boxes. I also like to label everything. I'm gonna put those ones on the side. Okay, much better. Time to close this one and check our floor storage. Over here we mainly have our eggs, milk, drinks, so this is quite clean. I organized it not that long ago, so it should be good. So that's underneath our floor, and then here we store all the food that's already open and needs to be eaten more quickly. And this is what I call our herbs and breakfast cupboard. Et voila, to give you an idea of our food storage areas aboard our burro. Although we are living in such a small space, it can get messy quite fast. But we are also really lucky because we actually have a lot of storage room here on board, but still I like to keep things organized. And now to close this episode, I want to give you some Christmas vibes. So Merry Christmas and see you next year.